why managing money is so hard is when you think about it from a consumer perspective and how advertisers are really coming at us. They don't just know us like we know us ourselves. They know us better than we know ourselves and our habits and our spending. And we all see it when we're scrolling through our social media feeds or we're looking at our email and we see an ad pop up. Why are these ads for things that we either want for ourselves or we're looking at buying for the people in our lives? We are being targeted every day through multiple media channels and ways and avenues. And it's not even just coming at us through that. It's also personal selling. I just spent $80 on Girl Scout cookies because 3 nieces and my friend's daughter are selling Girl Scout cookies. So that's personal selling, right? So whether it's Girl Scout cookies or essential oils or Pampered Chef, right. We have a human face who's coming to us to sell. We have product placement. People or companies put things on shelves on purpose. And a lot of times they're paying for that product placement. When
and they're good at it.
A bookstore, yes, they're good at it. When you walk into a bookstore and you see best-selling books, they're there for a reason.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Donald. What were you going to say?
This marketing thing, just while you were talking, I thought, you know what? I need to Google that. I need to see what the marketing dollars, because we track everything, right? It's just the American way. We get metrics for everything. So marketing dollars are one of those things that we have been tracking now for decades, and it's continued to go up. Last year, marketing, the marketing budgets, the commercial, professional, industrial marketing budgets, increased over 13% from the year prior. So to put that in perspective, so employees might have gotten a cost of living increase, maybe 3 to 5%, right? But they increased their marketing 13%. So that where your wallet goes, the feet follow, right? We said where the mind goes, the feet follow. But where you're putting your money, that's what you're focused on. That's where you're seeing the return. So they put 13% of their money into their marketing from 21 to 22. That was an increase that took the marketing industry, over $300 billion for the first time. And
was that a B? Did you say with a B?
Billion, yes, billion. Wow. 300 billion nationally for the overall marketing budgets collectively for the companies that are tracked and participate in this. So it's obviously not going to be a total representative sample, but it's a lot regardless. And not just over 300. They said it was in excess. This is from Forbes.com. It's listed as being in excess of $320 billion. So it got over 300, but it went $20 billion farther just in 1 year shift.
So don't you think this is a little bit, or maybe a big piece of the insight of why managing your money is so hard?
Well, I was just going to say, so why is it so hard, right? I mean, think of the impact, think of the influence. I mean, how many of us consume marketing in some way, shape, or form? Everybody has to admit that we all have to admit that, right? We're consuming it. I mean, we're interacting with our phone, we're watching YouTube. You and I are utilizing some of those platforms to do this, and we're really relying on the natural kind of organic traffic and the ability to show up on searches. Well, that's what they're doing, but they're buying those things, right? And they know how to do it. They're so good at it, converting your attention into a decision to separate and part with some of your money. They've just gotten so. I shared a story over a year ago now on financial fitness, and it had to do with an impulse buy. It was Christmas time, and our son wanted a punching bag, and so we just quickly went and found one on Amazon, bought the thing, came home, and I unpacked this whole series of events. The net result in which splashed sand and like wet sand all over his playroom. Because it was this weight down in the bottom of this like stand-up punching balloon, and he decided, he was taking jujitsu, and he decided not to just punch it, but to do a takedown. And so he started doing takedowns with this thing, and the bladder in the bottom that had this sandy, wet, nasty stuff in it that was holding it down and upright exploded, and it just went everywhere. So it was a big mess. But we learned our lesson. It was an impulse buy. We made that decision in less than 10 seconds. I mean, it was, hey, let's get one. Here it is. It's eligible for same day shipping, 1 day delivery. Boom, we had it the next afternoon, and he was using it, right? And so, but it was one of the biggest mistakes we ever made. We had to return it. We got our money back, and we went to a local store, and we actually went and tried out a few different products before we made a purchase. So we slowed down and we did it the right way. And for roughly the same budget, we ended up with something that he still uses today. It grew with him. It's a heavier bag. It's different, and it's something that he continues to use. So, but I mean, that took a learning curve.
Let me just ask you something in there.
Yeah.
I asked you to bring up a point that it's the convenience.
Yes.
It was so easy to go on Amazon, click and buy now, have it in 2 days, and you have it in your home. And it's not just Amazon.
No.
You can go to Dunkin' or Starbucks and reload your coffee apps right on your phone. And you can set it up to auto reload. Chick-fil-A, any of these places that really takes the friction out of you spending your money, eliminates steps for you to decide, do I want to spend my money on that?
And it's interesting. It's a little subliminal. They are now taking the decision of how much, how much you're going to spend. They are now imposing that and making that decision for you. So you talk about the reloading the cards. We participated in a Chick-fil-A program for a while, and they set it up so that auto reloading, and everybody will identify with this, I think, because we're all using the same stuff, right? But it was in increments of $25. So I couldn't just pay for my meal. I had to pay for my meal plus enough to get it paid for in increments of $25. So if that meant that I was 1 penny short, I had to spend another $25 for that meal. So to reload the card. Yeah. And so it reloaded automatically, made it very convenient. But all of a sudden, there's money leaving my account that I haven't even spent yet, but now it's committed to Chick-fil-A, right? They've just taken an extra $25, and we don't think about it that way.